This is a diabetic clinic in Ayder Referral Hospital, the largest hospital in Tigray. The medical devastation in the region has crippled the hospital, leaving it with more patients than it can care for, due to lack of nutrition and sanitation, but with no medication. However, the number of patients in the diabetic clinic has dwindled as patients have stopped visiting the hospital due to its lack of medical supplies. Sister Ayder, head for the diabetic clinic, remembers November being the busiest month as it embraces World Diabetes Day.
The whole months were the months for diabetic patients. We tried to create awareness about the disease on this day. We also introduced patients to one another. But this year, the clinic has run out of medication due to the siege. These days, the number of patients is declining, as they get no service here after making a long journey to the hospital.
Some patients visit the clinic for a consultancy on how to lead their lives without insulin. They always wonder how they stayed alive while others with the same cases lost their lives.
Before the war, treatment here used to be good. But after the war, there is literally no medication. We ask ourselves how we stayed alive. I know 2 diabetic patients who have died due to lack of medication. There's no insulin. We come here and they measure our blood pressure and they give us some advice. That's it.
I came here for my son's insulin. He's 5 years old. He started taking medication when he was 1 year old. We used to get the medication for free here, but now it has been months since he has taken one.
The diabetes clinic was supported by the Ethiopian Diabetic Association from its opening that has cut relations following the siege. The clinic not only suffers from lack of insulin, but also other medical supplies. Medics and patients say they had hoped that food and medicine would be delivered to the hospital after last week's peace agreement in Pretoria, but haven't seen any improvements to this day.
We hoped that the peace deal would bring some change. We hoped that medicine would reach our hospital and we could save the lives of our patients. Now we are feeling hopeless since no medicine has been delivered to the hospital, even after the peace agreement. We are all very sad here.
There is no improvement. They said we agreed everything is fine, but there is no improvement at all. Nothing.
What's the change? Just lip service. After the peace deal, we heard that insulin would be delivered to the hospital and that we would get our normal treatment. But there's nothing on the ground.
International organizations, including the WHO, have been urging the immediate entry of food and medical supplies into Tigray. In September, the International Diabetes Federation, along with the global health community, asked the Ethiopian government for the delivery of insulin and other essential medicines, noting type 1 patients were at high risk of death. The patients and medics we found in Ayder, however, say that the call is not enough and the international community should do more for patients in Tigray.
Diabetic patients cannot endure starvation. They can't even stay until 10 in the morning without eating breakfast. They can faint. The world has put some pressure, but these pressures are not enough. We need more.
Children are suffering from different diseases such as diabetes, kidney and heart failure. We all Tigrayans are suffering as people. People are dying from lack of food and medication. We are begging for help.
There are a lot of people in the world who suffer from diabetes. I asked the patients to imagine the pain we are facing and ask themselves what could happen to them if they were in Tigray right now.